Hey y'all, it's your girl Sadie's B.
I'm Terry B.
And welcome back to another episode of God's Love Story, written by God himself, y'all.
That intro was like little like would you write this down or something?
No, I'm just living my my YouTube podcast is right now. Like
it feel like it's practice. Like the host of it, like it was just like I don't know. Anyway, welcome to God's Love Story, y'all. We back. A little recap. We talked about the whole beginning of our us meeting each other, and now we ended off on us talking on the phone. So I would talk, we'd be on the phone all night. I got to the point where I didn't have no more time talking to the other girls I was talking to, that I just kind of just ghosted in a certain way, in a way, in a good way. And same to her. Same with her. We'd be on the phone all night, just talking and talking. Once we had all the conversation, that's when I realized like she was from Compton, like I told you from the beginning. Didn't know she was from Compton. Now my Compton was my whole entire life, so everything was Compton. So I'd never seen her, so when she told me that, I'm like, you from where? She was like, oh, from Compton. She was telling me who her family was. I'm like, that's your family? I'm like, nah, I know who your family is, but I've never seen you before. There's no way you from Compton. Like, nah. And so her, even her dad knew who my sister knew her dad. I pick her up from Chipotle all the time from after work, and she always had my Chipotle burrito, because look, she used to get mad at me because I used to reheat Chipotle burrito. But
like who wants Chipotle?
I used to do it because
one day old Chipotle.
Man, in college we used to eat Chipotle all the time, so I used to reheat. I didn't care. I was just telling her, like, bring my Chipotle bowl. That's why I really was picking up work, because I just wanted to get my Chipotle.
You really was using me for food. I find out you was using me for food.
I just wanted my Chipotle. So I would call. She always would bring me Chipotle, and I remember the first time I was talking to her, and when we started discussing, like, well, what you want to do? I didn't really know what I know. I wanted to play football, and I thought I had football dreams, but I was asking her, and she told me she wanted to be a chef. And I was just like, you want to be a chef? Never heard that. Like, okay, so what you doing? She's like, well, I'm at Chipotle, working at Chipotle. And I'm like, okay, like, you work at Chipotle? Because
I was on the grill flipping them chickens and marinating that meat. I know all the Chipotle recipes on Chipotle. I be making y'all guacamole, make some good guacamole.
I'm like, why you don't just go to chef school?
I signed up for culinary arts in college. I dropped out the first day.
She put it to one day.
They told me I had to be there at 6 in the morning every day. I said, oh no, I graduated high school already. I'm not getting up at nobody 5 in the morning to be there at 6 and get out at 3? Boy, I was like, I teach myself. Good luck. You made me go.
Yeah, because
at first, we skipped the part when I enrolled in Compton College.
So no, we gonna even get to that point, right? So that was afterwards. You rolled into Compton afterwards.
That was after.
So I took her to the city over there, and then
you were trying to get me together.
I was trying.
He like, look, we gonna get you in school. You gonna learn how to take care of business. I need you to check the school, baby. What you doing at Chipotle?
We gotta get this going on everything. But I was just more like, man, that's funny. That's real funny.
I
didn't even think of that, because that really was the truth. Because
I thank God for you, because
she had a dream.
I don't know what I was doing, y'all.
She had a real dream, y'all, and I'm like, I was the type of person like, if you have a dream, why aren't you working towards that dream? I'm not saying quit everything and do that, but what I'm saying is at least start working towards it. Like, at least take classes, or at least, practice it, or train, or whatever you want to do towards that, and give it a try. So we went there, and we ended up, it only lasted a day. And so at that time, I was training for football, and I would train a lot with one of my coaches. So I'm like, shoot, you might as well just check in just junior college.
And I'm like, yep, sign me up, because if I get to see you every day, then I'm there.
So I had her, I would come home, I would come up there and train.
I was getting a little pocket change too. Yep, sign me up.
I had her come up there, and she would, while I'm training, she'd be up in there going to class and training. Like, she would come and work out with me.
I kept that as y'all was on honor roll. I remember I got on the honor roll. You was so happy for me. I used to help him do my homework, y'all. Remember when I had her at that place?
Yes, I know.
I was in theater class, y'all. I was getting A's and B's. I was doing good. All of that to see this boy every day. I changed my major 3 times. I just knew that I needed to see Terry every day when he go to the gym. So I need to be at school and with my workout clothes in my bag, so I could be like, okay, I'm out of class. I'm gonna meet you on the track.
That is
and that's
so
exactly
funny.
what it did. And I used to be skinny. I probably needed to eat a little bit more.
Oh, she was coming out training. She didn't have to lose weight at all.
But the thing is, I really wanted to just be around you all the time, so I'm just like, I guess I was.
Yeah, you did that for a minute.
When you stopped going up there, I don't know what made you stop going to work out there.
No.
That's when I just gave up.
What happened was,
I'm like, this ain't for me.
I had my last tryout, and then, or I had a last call, whatever, term. It didn't work out how I wanted to work out, and then I just kind of just gave up because I was just like over it. I was just tired of just the highs and lows of trying to do this football thing, and I just kind of just said bump it, man. I just was just like in a depressed mood. I'm just tired of it, and so that's when I literally was just like, all right, man, I gotta figure out what else I'm gonna do, and I stopped training for a while. I was just over it, and then I moved to working and stuff like that. So like, let me try to do this with this degree and stuff.
Went to this expensive college.
Well, I didn't have to pay for it, and ended up doing that. And then at this moment, me and her was just like road dog. I remember pulling up to her house the first time. This is funny, right? So I pulled up to her house the first time to see her after the photo shoot because I hadn't seen her. We just were talking on the phone. She was like, "Can you do some in and out?" I'm like, "Yeah." I think I used my last little dollars.
You spent your last money lining out?
I put money in I put gas in the car, and I got bought you a meal. I think that was everything. Cause I was, whoo, Lord, that was a dark time.
I definitely didn't know.
So heck yeah, that's what I knew how to make things work. And so at that moment, it was a dark time.
That was like a very beginning stage, so you're not about to be telling me that you ain't got it like that early because you want to make it seem like you're good.
Yeah.
You know that. Because when I told you before I said Chipotle, I said, oh, I'm a cook. I'm a chef.
Yes.
You're like, what restaurant?
She told me that shit.
He's like, what restaurant? I'm like, Chipotle. He's like, girl, you working?
I'm like, you work for Chipotle? Like, and I'm like, girl, God, like you
made it seem like you work at a 5-star restaurant.
Freaking no.
I'm like, well, I'm just trying to make it seem like, I got my stuff together. Like, I'm a responsible young lady.
I'll have food at the house, was in and out. And it's so funny because she come outside walking, right? I can see this little stupid walk. She just walking like with her hips and everything. She's like, this is what I look like. And I'm like, okay, like, I see you look like. Cause at the photo shoot, she had makeup on. So I guess she like assumed that I was
like, this is what I look like natural, so don't be doing all of that. Don't be looking like that every day now.
I'm like, you look better. Honestly, I like you without the makeup. Like, you actually have a really, really beautiful thing. So we end up, that was like the first time I met with her, sat in the car, and we ate at that moment. Talked probably like hours sitting in the car. I would do that so many times where we sit in the car talking all day in the car. And then I remember one time her mom was like, you could have him come in the house or something like that. And I ended up coming to meet her mom. And then, shoot, we did that. We started, that was pretty much it. Like, she would come over my house and spend time with me. We was just doing that for a minute.
We was going on dates.
Yeah, dates.
Like, we was just doing a lot. Like,
I mean, your father, my dad knew her grandpa. It was just like so many. My auntie knew her auntie, my mom. Like, it was just like, it was so many like connections between the families that it was just like kind of crazy. Like, everybody kind of knew each other.
Yeah, it was like we never even knew each other exist ever in my entire existence. I've never ran into this man. I've never even seen not one person in his family ever. Like, a lot of sisters that's younger that I could have possibly ran into or crossed paths with, I have never crossed paths with, but my dad actually knew his sisters. So like, he's like, yeah, I know them. When I'm mentioning them, like, yeah, I know them. I'm good. Like, he's telling me that, and I'm just like, that's crazy. Like, how do I not know this man? Not that I know everybody in Compton, but I'm just saying, like, it's not too many people like him that look like, not like that, but it's like not too many people. No offense to Compton.
No, not like that.
But you really stand out. Like, you really shine, like, in a way that people are gonna have to know who you are, or vice versa. Or I feel like I had to know, and I didn't know you.
Yeah, same here. Like, I felt like when I was like, I would know her because just like she has a certain look that like stands out. So it's like, I feel like that type of look, you don't know somebody.
My family loved him. His family loved me. I was just extremely close with his dad, his late father, and we just really connected on every level. Like everything just scratched off the box. Family level, we good, he's a good person. Like it was just like nothing. It was like too perfect. I'm like,
it was just
nothing
crazy.
wrong?
No,
nothing?
It was kind of like a.
I'm like, this is really crazy.
I call it a puzzle because puzzles are made different and nothing is perfect. But like her puzzle might have been like this and mine would have been like that, but it was like fit perfectly with everything, just like our family, and just it was just kind of crazy. And so as time went along, we look up. We was in it for some years, and it's somebody that like literally like. I rock with, you know, somebody that you can tell your insecurities to, with things that you like, you know, kind of open up with and talk to without feeling like you're being judged, but they actually help support you to overcome those insecurities in certain ways. Like, I'm like, yeah, so we
be your authentic self with. When I tell y'all, I could be my 100% authentic self with my husband, I mean that, like, every way possible. Some people think that it's crazy, like, yo man be letting you dress like that, or y'all be doing like, like we are so secure within ourselves and within our relationship. My husband love when I look good because he like, this my woman and she look good. That's how he feel about it, you know. And I feel the same. So unapologetically organic, genuine. It's like, imagine having like a really your best friend, like your best friend that you grew up with since you've been a kid. Y'all do everything together. Y'all just like that. Anything happen, you calling them. You want to sit on the phone with them all day. We be on the phone.
That sounds crazy.
You're obsessed with me.
You are crazy.
I'm obsessed with you. So it's alright.
I will call her and ask her what we gonna eat for dinner though. For sure.
You like,
I FaceTime her like, what you gonna cook tonight? And she's like, I don't know.
We having a whole conversation.
What you got a taste for?
I'm in the shower washing my body. I'm like, alright, so I'm gonna call you back.
Well, she can just scream at me. We can talk that way. But
like, so, but that's just how we love. Like, that's just how we rock. And it's such a beautiful thing to experience because like we only get one life, right? Like to be experiencing what I'm experiencing, this love story, we know is written by God. It's amazing, y'all. It's powerful, jaw-dropping. I've never even seen it before in my life. Like we have to share it with the world. So we are sharing our story with y'all because we feel like it can inspire other people that look like us.